Scott live as he reports in from Freedom Base.
Gigi, I've decided not to leave this town. Maybe I can stay and find some other nice people who will like me and accept me for who I am.
Okay, this is Fashion Talks by Black Apparel. So what we like to do is talk to the creative people in the industry in Malaysia. I'm starting with KL especially. I know Ricky thinks he's very new in the industry, but he's also been there for 8 years in this industry, and then I think we can get a lot of knowledge out of that. He's a very humble guy. I appreciate the friendship that we have. And, you know, today we're going to talk about independent fashion and the future of this industry.
Thank you so much for coming today. I really appreciate your presence. Yeah, so my name is Ridwan. You can call me TTFGA.
TTFGA.
Yeah. So basically, the name TTFGA was born 7 years ago when I was about to start with my own alter ego like names for my photography work, because at first I started as a wedding photographer. I just went on Facebook and then I just type on it. Basically TTFGA, I don't have any plans to put TTFGA. I just randomly type like tukang angkat foto gembira anda, and when you put together it stands for TTFGA, which stands for You're Happy Photographer. I have a couple of friends telling me that I can't never make it if I stick to that name, Tukang Tangkap Foto Gembira Anda. And then, I don't know, somehow I just like, I don't give a half word about that, so I just carry on with that name.
I'm gonna beep that out.
Yeah.
Three beeps, yeah.
So I stick to that name until today. So I've been doing freelance photography for 7 years now. Yeah.
What do you think is the difference in a way, like independent fashion and like non-independent fashion?
Well, so basically, like in my opinion, independent fashion is about it's about one guy, because you're the one who started, and then you build a team. So basically, in my opinion, independent fashion is about your own struggle, your own hard work, your own research. You know, like how you build that one thing that you really like, and to make it bigger. You know, you get a team, you get someone to help you out, you get someone to do marketing, you get someone to do, you know, all this type of thing.
Yeah.
All together. Yeah. So I can name you like a couple of local brands who started really like from humble beginning until like they're really like well-known brand in KL. Yeah, so that's about it. I think that one word that I can think of when I think about independent fashion is about hustle.
Hustle.
Yeah, that's about it. You just need to hustle.
Nice. And who do you think like are the fashion buyers in KL right now? Like who are the people that go for this type of thing that we're creating here? You know.
To be honest, it's a bit limited. We do have fashion buyers. It's just that the numbers is very limited. Like for example, we have a fashion ballet. Are you familiar with fashion ballet? Yeah, and then we have Zalora. Those are all buyers. So basically, their job is to buy any type of collection or anything like a product from local designer, and then they're gonna buy it in big amount so that they can sell it at their store, at their shop, or anywhere. So that is, yeah, I can only think of two.
Okay, but what, like, I think that it's limited because the customer is not there, and the way I think this is that the customer is not there because the fashion education is not there. You know, I feel like the culture is so young. Like this culture that we're trying to bring, this independent fashion, this curation of products, right? It's like one product means a lot rather than like buying. I don't want to name any companies, but like fast fashion companies, you know, like you go there and like you spend 1,000 ringgit on buying 20 products for that price and not appreciating the product enough. I think there's a lot of this type of people and not enough of the people that think that fashion is some sort of art, that every piece you wear is something special to you. And I think that could be the reason why there aren't enough like fashion buyers. Going after that, like, you know, especially the guys here, you know, coming into fashion photography, what difficulties do photographers face in Malaysia?
It's very easy. I started photography without thinking any difficulties that I go through. There's no such thing as difficulty for me, because in my defense, I do photography because I love photography, not because my parents asked me to do photography. So I'm doing it for myself. I don't even think about the struggle. All I was thinking is, I want to create something. I want to create more visuals. I want to create more creative visuals. I don't think about money. That's me being real honest right there. And then after I get all of these, then I get to another phase of life, which is the struggle, which is, how am I going to sustain myself? How am I going to sustain my business? This is where the struggle comes in. Like, okay, people know who I am, but how am I going to like convince them that they should hire me as their photographer? And one of the struggle is that, like I mentioned earlier, we have so many different photographers in KL, so the competition is very high. That's the struggle. But that's not really important, because one thing that is really important is to create. That's just one word that you need to think of, like
Content.
Yeah. How are you going to create content? How are you going to create more visual for yourself, for your work? How are you going to create more ideas? That is the only thing that important.
Do you think, like from what you said, because we think that the fashion industry in Malaysia is a bit young, right? But you're saying that there's a lot of competition, there's a lot of fashion photographers. Do you think maybe the photography market is saturated? There's too many photographers for what there is in terms of fashion? Like, there's like too many photographers, too little work. Is that what's happening? Or is that there's like a few photographers that get all the jobs, and then everybody else is competing?
No, it's not because of that. It's because of some of us ruin the market.
Some of the photographers.
Yeah, it's very sensitive, but at the same time, it's so true, and it's happening right now. Because what I meant by ruin the market is when, like for example, we have 5 photographers, right? So photographer 1 charge 7,000 ringgit for a shoot. Photographer 2 charge 5,000 for a shoot. And photographer number 4 and number 5 charge 500. You see, these two are the ones who ruin the market for photographers. That's why I was saying that the competition is very.
Okay, and then let's talk about 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Does 4 and 5 have the same skill as 1 and 2, or they have lower skills?
No, they don't have. That's big. This is when the brand is stupid.
Okay.
Because they don't wanna invest on good quality of work. So they just go with
The
this
cheaper one.
type of quality, yeah.
Just like to create whatever content because they need to create content. They can't stop creating content.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that from my company. But obviously, you're saying that they're going with quantity over quality.
Yeah.
And that's how the photographers kind of ruin it. It's basically just people getting a DSLR camera and say, I'm a photographer.
Everyone's a photographer now.
I'm a photographer on Instagram, so now I have 5,000 followers. I can charge 300 ringgit for that, and people just pick me. So that's what it is. What do you think should change? That do you think? Because I don't know. I think we can ask people to okay, charge more, right? I don't think we can ask that. So how do you think it will change? I personally believe, maybe you will agree with me, that fashion brands need to pay more attention to who they work with.
Fashion brand needs to educate more about their target audience and also the people that they're going to work with.
Okay.
That's about it.
Such high quality photography is for the big brands, because the smaller brands, the independent brands that are not mainstream yet, I think they simply just can't go there just yet.
Yeah, of course. Of course. But if we're talking about the industry here, for example, we don't have to go to that 7,000. Maybe we can go to the third photographer. Maybe the charges is 3,500, which is still alright. I mean, for some brand who just starting up, for me, if I started out like a streetwear brand, I don't mind going with 3,500. Even though I feel like that's a bit too much for me, because I know I'm not gonna go to the fourth and the fifth photographer, which their charges 500. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. You need. This is all. I don't know about this, but it has to be from the brand. The brand needs to educate themselves about who are they getting. So
this is the dilemma that we're facing on this side of the table.
Right. Okay. But you actually just solved a problem right there. I mean, for someone who, for example, for a brand who is struggling to put their brand out there, what you can do is, like what you said earlier, to get someone that you trust, which is, let's say, for example, this guy, you trust this guy, right? So you always get him. You're actually safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the only thing that you need to know is that to make sure that this guy sing with your aesthetic. Yeah. That's it. That's you're good to go. You don't have to go out and getting 7,000 worth of photography work or 5,000, because you have someone that you can trust. Yeah. I'm sure this thing is also happened somewhere in Europe or in state, like a fashion brand. They don't go to Mario Testino or they don't go to Patrick de Marchelier to shoot for their brand, because they have someone inside their team to do it. Even like brands like Hypebeast, I'm sure they have a group of team of a creative team.
I actually know a few guys that Hypebeast.
There you go, and they're really good, right? Yeah. This is not like cheesy as fuck content. This is legit content that you see every time Hypebeast posts a video. I was curious. Yeah, I was curious. Who shot this? This is like something else. But at the same time, I know this is probably someone from the team. If you want to start a brand, like for example, White Apparel, I don't know, you can start. you can start scouting for a team. Get a videographer, get a model. So next time, if you want to come up with a campaign, you have a team already. Yeah, look, you understand, right? Get a team. That's it. That's the solution.
Totally.
We're done.